Please be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Dan Stansel, and as head of the Department of Electrical and Computer Engineering, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the Fall 2019 ECE graduation. To begin our ceremony, I'm pleased to introduce our graduation speaker, Mr. Timothy Humphrey. Timothy Humphrey currently serves as the Vice President, IBM Chief Data Office, with a mission to deliver a trusted, enterprise-wide data and AI platform for transforming IBM. He is also the Senior State Executive for IBM in North Carolina and Senior Location Executive for IBM in Research Triangle Park. Previously, Tim held various IBM executive roles spanning analytics, artificial intelligence, data, acquisitions, supply chain, and sales support. He led IBM's efforts to transform into the premier cognitive enterprise by embedding artificial intelligence into internal business practices across the company. Prior to joining IBM's supply chain organization in 2011, Tim held several engineering roles leading the design, development, and launch of several technologies and offerings for Lenovo and the former personal computer division of IBM. He has earned numerous patents as well as management, innovation, and excellence awards for his contributions to the computing industry. Active in the community, Tim engages in several nonprofit fundraising activities, special events, and volunteer efforts. He serves as a board member for many local nonprofit organizations. Tim is also a very active mentor to over 30 global professionals, students, and youth. Tim graduated from NC State University in 1996 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Electrical Engineering and is a member of the NC State Electrical and Computer Engineering Hall of Fame. Please welcome Mr. Tim Humphrey.
So every time I speak, I'm always worried that I'm not going to thank everyone. And I've been to several graduation commencement addresses, and I know there's a long list of people you're supposed to thank. Faculty, parents, et cetera, the list goes on. So I'll start by saying, if you're here today, obviously, thank you. And for everyone who isn't here, but played a part in someone else being here, thank you. So hopefully that should cover everyone. Congratulations to the class of 2019. I realize I'm standing in between you and the real celebrations, so I will definitely keep this short. I was honored and humbled when I was asked to give this address. And I thought about what I would say to motivate a group of highly accomplished scholars such as yourself, earning their electrical and computer engineering degrees. Since I was once in your shoes, I went back to my old faithful. Has anyone in here ever seen the commercials from some of the financial institutions where your future self manages to travel through time to give you some advice, and it's usually some advice like save more money? Everybody seen those? Well, I always say if my future self can travel through time and make it back to give me a message, I want him to give me something a little bit more than save more money. Perhaps the winning lottery numbers, a Super Bowl prediction, or some other life-changing fact that I could use. As a matter of fact, if my future self came back and told me to just save more money, me and my future self would probably have to fight. So, who knows? Maybe one of you with your degree will figure out how to travel through time. And if so, I ask you to please remember your charming and inspiring commencement speaker and give me a call. So, in all seriousness, I did think back to when I was in your shoes, and I thought about what I would want to hear. So I have 3 points that I want to leave you with today. Point number 1, your education journey is not ending. It is just beginning. Many think that once they've earned their degree, that their learning is done. You will go off to work in IT, telecommunications, nonprofit, healthcare, oil and gas, but regardless of which industry you work in, there is one thing they all have in common. It has been disrupted, and it will keep being disrupted. When I started my career, I was developing desktop computers. Most of you probably have never even seen a desktop computer. If that's not an example of disruption, I don't know what is. But the one thing you can count on is change, and the one thing that will help you be successful in the face of change is a continuous learning mindset. A mindset that says, here's a new trend, a new technology, a new theory. I want to learn more about it. Be curious and go learn as much as you can, whether it's reading a book, scouring the internet, learning from an expert, or even coming back to a great institution like this to gain the relevant skills and knowledge. One of the most valuable things I learned in my time here at NC State was how to learn. And I continue to carry that with me throughout my career. Okay, point number 2, be authentic. I'm sure you've experienced this before, and you'll continue to do so as you head into the workforce, start your own companies, or whatever is next. Often you will feel pressure to be like someone else or to fit in. But when I think about all the leaders that I admire, they all have one thing in common. They are all authentic. Authenticity means knowing who you are and being true to that person. It does not mean that you have to stay static or you can't improve, but it does mean staying loyal to a core set of values that define who you are. I recommend everyone in this room, even the ones not graduating today, develop an authenticity statement. I'll give you my authenticity statement. Mine is, I am a goofy engineer who cares about people. And my last piece of advice, point number 3, measure yourself to the best. Your predecessors have done amazing things. They've developed the first large color television screens. They've journeyed to international space stations. They participated in the first all-female spacewalks. They've developed the first generation of flash memory technology. They did not accomplish such amazing feats by measuring themselves to others that were around them and their peers. They had a high-performance mindset, a mindset that said, I want to be the best in what I do, and that drove them. As you graduate, this degree that you have will tempt you to think, I deserve this, I have arrived. But in the words of Vince Lombardi, the price of success is hard work, dedication to the job at hand, and the determination that whether we win or lose, we have applied the best of ourselves to the task at hand. Success is earned by being the best at what you do, and that can only be accomplished by measuring yourself against the very best in your field and having a mindset that says, I want to be better than the best. 20, 30 years from now, we may look back on this class. Some of you will have started successful businesses, obtained leadership positions, solved hard problems, and given back meaningful contributions to society. And since we all now have one of the best engineering degrees as our foundation, who knows? Maybe someone in here will achieve cold fusion, take computing to new heights past quantum computing, invent the next device that we all cannot live without, or develop the systems that will allow us to vacation on Mars. The mindset of greatness and measuring yourself to the best makes all of those feats possible. All right, you've made it this far. I'm honored to address you here today, and you now have a degree from one of the top universities for engineering in the world. I could not speak at a North Carolina State University event without quoting the great Jimmy V. So I'm gonna leave you with this one quote. You have to have an enthusiasm for life, you have to have a dream, a goal, and you have to be willing to work for it. Thank you, congratulations, and go Pack.
I'm Greg Bird. It's my pleasure. I'm the Associate Department Head. It's my pleasure to introduce our student speaker. I'm going to ask Jake to come up on the stage while I introduce him. So Mr. Jake Hayworth is graduating magna cum laude in computer engineering. While at NC State, Jake has been involved with the ECE ambassadors and IEEE Eta Kappa Nu as secretary. He completed a 3-rotation co-op with RMF Engineering and served as a co-op ambassador and interned with Beta Fueling Systems and Corvo. In his spare time, he enjoys spending time with friends, playing board games, hiking, and camping. After graduation, Jake will work at Corvo's Mobile Products Division as a test engineer in Greensboro, North Carolina. Please welcome Jake Hayward.
Thank you. Well, Class of Fall 2019, we made it. We did it. All that hard work has finally paid off, and today, we get to celebrate. I hope you enjoy all this recognition of your accomplishment, because one thing's for certain, it's been quite a journey, hasn't it? And it's that journey that I want to reflect on for a few minutes today, because no matter how different your experience here was from the people sitting around you, it's the details of your particular story that should make this victory all the sweeter. I'm going to go out on a limb and say earning these degrees has not been easy for any of us here. Maybe there's a few Einsteins out there, but for the rest of us, you probably spent some long nights in engineering building 2, finishing up that tricky last bit of soldering. Or maybe it was in Hunt Library, tracking down that last bug in your code with tired, bloodshot eyes. But that's part of life, isn't it? We're all good at something, but nobody is good at everything. We each have our own unique strengths and weaknesses. You know what I'm bad at? Chemistry. I remember sitting in Chem 101 and getting an exam with a 48 written on it passed back to me. And it was at this point that I started wondering if I was really cut out for this whole engineering thing. But later that day, in the demonstration, the professor turned a penny into gold, which was pretty cool to see. After that, he said whoever improved their exam score the most from this past exam to the next one would get to keep that gold penny. Now keep in mind, this was in a class of probably like 200 plus people, but for some reason I was just like, I am going to get that gold penny. And so for the next few weeks, there was a seat with my name on it at DH Hill, late into the night. Me and my textbook were best friends, but when I walked into that exam, I actually felt like I understood the material for the first time that whole semester. Well, the next week, the professor got in front of the class and he started announcing the top 5 students who had improved the most, which I did not know he was going to do. So improving from a B to an A, this person, improving from a B to a C, this, you get the idea. He gets to the bottom of that list and he says, and doubling his test grade, improving by 5 letter grades, if that was a thing, Jacob Hayworth. And so I went in front of 200 plus people that all knew I had utterly bombed that previous exam, but aced this one, which is kind of a weird feeling. You don't know whether to be ashamed or proud or what. And I guess now all of you know too, right? But every time I looked at that gold penny, I remembered that when I buckled down, I really did have what it took to be an engineer, and that I could do whatever it took to accomplish things that I previously thought were impossible. So maybe you're the point person for solving voltage equations, but programming and assembly, forget about it. Maybe you're great at writing compilers, but couldn't design a communication system to save your life. But every time you look at your diploma, I want you to remember that no matter what you found the most challenging about our majors, that you had what it takes to be an engineer, and that you got your gold penny. Not only did we each have our own struggles in our classes, we each had our own unique trials outside the lecture halls as well. In a few minutes after the speech, we're going to recognize our honor students, the cum laudes, etc., and as well we should. Those people worked extremely hard in a very difficult program to distinguish themselves in their academics. Right now, though, I want to do something a little bit different. I want to recognize some groups of people that don't typically get acknowledged at these events. But hey, they probably should, right? So first, I want to shout out all the people who work jobs while taking classes. It is already incredibly difficult to balance your time and energy in an engineering major without that extra commitment. But you managed to hold it down and still get here today. So, if any of you graduates here worked jobs while taking classes, if you could please just stand up and be recognized. Yeah. Thank you. Next, I'd like to recognize all the people that had to learn computer and electrical engineering in their non-native language. I've spoken English my entire life, and I barely understand this stuff. For you to learn such unfamiliar concepts in an unfamiliar language is simply unbelievable. So if anyone here learned English as their second, third, or whateverth language, if you could please just stand up and also be recognized. Thank you. How about all the people who didn't come here straight from high school, or in the case of the graduate students, straight from NC State undergrad? It can be hard adjusting to a new school if you transferred to state from a community college or another university. Or maybe you served in the military or already started a career before coming back to school. Ask anyone who's done it. It is very difficult coming back to school after not doing this for a while. Maybe you left a spouse or kids at home every day while you drove to school to make a better life for them and for yourselves. So if anyone here did not come here straight from high school, would you please stand up and be recognized? Or undergraduate. Thank you. I'm not going to ask this last group to stand for privacy's sake. But I certainly know that some of us here had to deal with personal or family tragedies, still go to classes and power through just the same. And that takes some real guts. So audience, can we still get one last round of applause for all those people as well? Thank you. Now I know that this list was by no means comprehensive. I would have to walk a mile in each of your shoes to know what you particularly had to deal with to get to this seat right now. But I want you to know that you deserve this degree just as much as everyone sitting around you, no matter what you had to do. And looking at this audience and this faculty, I think we couldn't be any more proud of you. So congratulations. So we each had our own struggles, but we each had our own successes too, big and small. That's what's part of what's so awesome about NC State, is that there's so many incredible people doing amazing things around you all the time. So I hope you look back at your time here fondly, remembering those wins. Whether you're leading your club sports team to victory or your freshman engineering design team to first place, getting recognized for your research or for your mad beer pong skills, we each have our own unique memories and achievements that we get to take with us from this place. In all those memories and experiences, challenging and easy, good and bad, they've become a part of you now, making you into the person sitting here today. When you think of who you were when you first set foot on this university and who you are now leaving this campus, I think you'll agree that you've done a lot of growing. All our journeys were different, but all of them have led us here to this day of celebration of our accomplishment. Many of us are leaving this place, but we also take it with us in the memories that we all share. And just remember that no matter where you go or what you do, you will always be a member of the pack. Congratulations, class of 2019.
So now we've reached the part of the program where we recognize all of our graduates by name. So we start with our PhD graduates. The PhD is a Doctor of Philosophy, the highest degree that NC State grants. It requires a contribution to knowledge in their field. And you can see, I won't read their dissertation topics, but you can read them in the program. And if you can understand them, you know how impressive these are. And they will be, so our graduate degrees will be distributed by Dr. Ginger Yu, our Assistant Director of Graduate Programs. And the PhD students will be hooded by their advisor or a member of their committee. So, Sayan Acharya, Subhashish Bhattacharya, Chair. Faris Abraham Alfaris, Subhashish Bhattacharya, Chair. Bharat Balagopal, Moyen Chow, Chair. Yusuf Said Iraglu, advised by Ismail Gavinch. Jeffrey Lee Harmon, advised by Jay Balaga. Megan Lee Matthews, advised by Cranus Williams. Yao Men, advised by Ning Lu. Yasaman Sargaziaval, advised by Mehmet Ozturk. Junyu Shen, advised by David Ricketts. Shruti Shrivastava, advised by Jacob Adams. Pedro Pablo Vergara Gonzalez, advised by Leida Lunardi. Nazia Zanat, advised by Paul Franzon. Let's have a round of applause for all of our PhD graduates. Congratulations. We'll now award a master's degree, first in electrical engineering. Osama Al-Jama. Suleiman Muteran Al-Shamari. Killian McDonald. Andrew Blau. Ben Lam. Matthew Benbow. Yuri Sergeyevich Grigoriev. Randy Ortiz de Jesus. Oyebempe Olubode. Golden Money. Dwarknath Farad Harajan. Mahuja Ghosh. Xiao Xiao Lu. Neil Shah. Forrest DeVita. Corey Williams. Daniel Burkall. Haopeng Lu Green. Dhananjay Sharma Talapati Ravendra. Somil Heble. Now master's degrees in computer engineering, Yogesh Khanna Raman. Adarsh Pavade Ramahan Kumar. Yogya Shri Alapati. John Ravi. Master's degree in electric power systems, Jacob Lampy. Pranjali Pathak. Neha Jain Lalit Kumar Kane. The master's degree in computer networking, Vasudev Anant Bongali. Vivania Alexis Lawrence. Nitin Natharaj Kunchim. Akhilesh Venkata Subramanian. Praharkwar Pasha. Chaitanya Krishna Koganti. Sriram Gudati. Sultan Al-Multari. Let's have a round of applause for all of our master's graduates. Congratulations. Our bachelor's degrees will be distributed by Cecilia Townsend, our Director of Undergraduate Advising. First, the bachelor's degree in computer engineering, Jacob Jeremy Hayworth. Dalen C. Slagle. Ryan Wesley Chapman. Akshay Parachuri. Chadwick Brian Gillen. Christian Michael Lanning. Emily Pigeon. Caleb W. Snow. Tristan Connaught Tibbs. Haolei Chin. Jessica Ferreira. Joshua William Simeon Bober. Joshua Edward Hoffman. Mason Andrew Schuler. William Thomas Shorak. Christian Fisher. Joshua Burrell. Rhodey Braswell. Charles Lewis Blishy. Andrew Vaughn McLaurin. Jare Kamwebo. Katie Amelia Mallinson. Harivansh Mareddy. Sushan Bashnet. Andrew Nan Ba Nguyen. Ulysses Gutierrez. Vincent Michael Patella. Jadeep Singh Basi. Ahmed Saeed Al-Maruki. Vincent T. Rennick.
Let's go, Vincent.
Now bachelor's degrees in electrical engineering. Marcos Castaneda, Jr.
Woo!
Francis Scotland, Jr. Henry David Linbow. Grayson Matthew Humphrey. Michael Andrew Billups. Guste Ruby Kate. Isleta Almonte. Andrew David Kersey. William Albert Van Dorp. Jacob Preston Sparks. Rowdy Ty Bedsall. Landis Allen Ross. Zachary Allen Miller. Zachary James Sweetman. John Parker Drawball. Chase Robert Duran. Samuel Hensley Messick. Xinwan Li. William Edward Marciniak. Andrew Richards.
Reynolds Coliseum!
Bailey Alexander Blankenship. Another round of applause for all of our Bachelor of Science graduates. So I want to recognize some groups of students graduating with honors. I am going to read these names rather quickly. Please, I ask you, don't cheer until they've all been announced. Otherwise, somebody's not going to hear their name, okay? So Please hold your applause until the end of each group. I'll give you a good chance to congratulate them because they deserve it. So graduating cum laude, which is 3.25 GPA to 3.49. As I call your name, please stand and remain standing until I get to the end of the group. Ahmed Said Al-Maruki, Charles Louis Blichet, Marcos Castaneda, Haolei Chen, Douglas Curcio, Andrew Vaughn McLaurin, Akshay Parachuri, and Francis Scotland, Jr. The next group are those graduating magna cum laude, and that's a GPA between 3.5 and 3.74. Joshua Burrell, Bailey Blankenship, Chadwick Gillen, Jacob Hayworth, Andrew Kersey, Danny Kraft, Christian Lanning, Victor Lay, Henry Limbo, Treeman Nguyen, Jeremy Renner, Guste Rubicate, Jacob Sparks. Congratulations. Well done. And those graduating summa cum laude, that's a GPA of 3.75 and above. TJ Adams, Sushan Basnet, Michael Billups, Chase Duran, Christian Fisher, Ulysses Gutierrez, Joshua Hoffman, Grayson Humphrey, Xinwan Lee, Samuel Messick, Jonathan Reese, Vincent Rennick, Joseph Rica, William Shorrock, Mason Schuler, Caleb Snow, and Tristan Tibbs. Congratulations. And we recognize our outstanding senior awards. These are students graduating with a 4.0 GPA. Sushan Basnet, Christian Fisher, Grayson Humphrey, Xinwan Lee, Jonathan Reese, Vincent Rennick, Caleb Snow, and Tristan Tibbs. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Graduates, it's taken years of hard work and accomplishment to reach this milestone. However, in addition to hard work, I suspect the support of family and friends has also been crucial to your success. If you are a family member or a friend of one of the graduates, would you stand and let's recognize you? As you can imagine, a complicated event like this doesn't happen without a lot of behind-the-scenes work. So I would like to just take a moment and recognize some special people. This graduation ceremony was organized and run by Elizabeth New, with technical direction by Charles Hall, with the invaluable assistance of the ECE department staff and the ECE student ambassadors. Thank you to all of them. We also want to thank Todd Gardner from Computer Science for his video help today, and Brianna Goins from Mechanical and Aerospace Engineering, whose photos taken today will be available on the ECE website in the coming days. This ceremony has been live streamed for family and friends who could not be here in person today, and a recording will be available on the NC State ECE YouTube channel. There's a link on the back page of the graduation program. How many people have heard the term gracious professionalism? A few, not too many, a few. The term and concept were developed and popularized by longtime MIT mechanical engineering professor Woody Flowers, who also co-founded FIRST Robotics with Dean Kamen, the inventor of the Segway. The concept has become part of the ethos of FIRST Robotics. Professor Flowers, or Woody as he was known to high school students around the world, passed away in October, and his passing has invoked a lot of reflection on the values he championed. Precise definitions of gracious professionalism have been elusive, but one of the earliest ones used by Woody was acting in a way that your grandmother would be proud of if shown on national TV. In a recent video, Woody elaborated further. The gracious piece means different things to different people, but I think they're all good. However, avoiding humiliation is a part of gracious that has been abused lately. In particular, with things like reality TV, whole pieces of culture celebrate humiliating other people. And first, we will never vote anyone off the island. So again, folks, gracious and professionalism are essential to the kind of meaningful life we all want to live. Perhaps the clearest articulation of the principle is on the FIRST website. A way of doing things that encourages high-quality work, emphasizes the value of others, and respects individuals and the community. With gracious professionalism, fierce competition and mutual gain are not separate notions. Gracious professionals learn and compete like crazy, but treat one another with respect and kindness in the process. They avoid treating anyone like losers. No chest-thumping tough talk, but no sticky sweet platitudes either. Knowledge, competition, and empathy are comfortably blended. In the long run, gracious professionalism is part of pursuing a meaningful life. One can add to society and enjoy the satisfaction of knowing one has acted with integrity and sensitivity. Dean Kamen expanded the concept by introducing the notion of cooperation. In fact, he obtained a U.S. patent method for creating cooperation. In brief terms, the idea of the patent is to have a competition where the score of a team is determined by the points they earn plus twice the points earned by the opposing team. This is a remarkable concept when you think about it. Both teams would then be trying to help the other be as successful as possible. The contrast with the more common type of cutthroat competition is striking. So why am I talking about gracious professionalism and cooperation? After all, this is a graduation, not a first competition. I'm talking about them because I think they have applicability far beyond the high school robot competition. I would like to suggest that these principles are actually applicable throughout your career. I admit to you that I have not always behaved in a way that is consistent with these concepts and in ways that would make my grandmother proud. However, I'm convinced that showing gracious professionalism and cooperation will make us happier and make the world a better place. So I would challenge you to make these notions part of the bedrock of your life and career. The focus of gracious professionalism and cooperation is on your relation to others. A particular relationship that I hope you will value is your continued relationship with NC State ECE. I want you to know that our success is intertwined from this point forward. So it's very important that we stay in touch. The success of the ECE department will increase the value of your degree, and your success will enhance the stature of the department. This symbiotic relationship is important to us both. And with regard to keeping in touch, I can also attest to the fact that there are few things that professors enjoy more than hearing from former students. So with that, I'm happy to conclude our ceremony. Let's hear it one more time for the class of Fall 2019. I would like to ask everyone to remain seated while the faculty recesses. Then I would like to ask the guests to remain seated while the graduates recess. And then I wish you all a wonderful evening with holiday with family and friends. Thank you.